following podcast contains drinking, so we suggest you drink along with us. God knows it'll be more entertaining.
Crack open a beer, because it's time for 2 beers, 1 cup.
Note to self, remember, no matter how bad life gets, there is always beer.
Drink along and tweet at us during the show at 2 beers, 1 cup. Now, let's drink.
Yeah, that's right, man. Grab that beer. It's 2 beers, 1 cup. What is up? My name is Gunner, dude. If you don't know who I am, dude, that's good. I'm glad. Let's have a clean slate here. Let's start fresh. A little bit about me. I do radio guy. I have a podcast called Catching a Buzz with my buddy Chow. So check out and subscribe to Catching a Buzz. Very fun show. This podcast, 2 beers, 1 cup, is something I've been looking to do for quite some time, and I'm glad we're doing it. What's the concept behind 2 beers, 1 cup? Basically, we take a giant beer stein, a 24-ounce beer stein. We take 2 craft beers every single week. We'll take 2 of the same craft beers, pour them into the beer stein. We'll drink that beer. We'll talk about the brewery a little bit. We'll describe the beer. We'll drink the beer. And at the end, we'll determine if the buzz is good. We'll talk about if the beer is good. Maybe we learned a little bit. So that's what 2 beers, 1 cup is all about. And it's something I just randomly came up with at one point when I think Snapchat. I did it on Snapchat. One day I was drinking something and I poured 2 craft beers into the same beer stein I'm drinking out of now. And I Snapchatted 2 beers, 1 cup. And I thought to myself, well, shit, I guess I just came up with the concept for the next podcast. So it's going to be a journey. We're going to try different beers all the time. And also make sure to tweet at us at 2 beers, 1 cup. If you have any suggestions on beers you think we should try, I'll try it. And then you can try it along with the show. And yeah, we'll drink it. We're pretty much looking to drink all sorts of different craft beers. And I'm super interested in the craft beer scene. I'm interested in just different beers across the board. So I'm glad we're going to be doing this. And today on 2 beers, 1 cup, the very first episode of the show, we are drinking New Belgium Accumulation. I don't know if you've had this stuff before. Let me tell you what, the thing I like about New Belgium, I've been chasing down this beer now. Well, I've had New Belgium, you know, the Fat Tire, all that stuff. But lately, I've been picking up some sampler packs of New Belgium. And this stuff is super good stuff. Like, their sampler packs are really good. It's a very diverse variety of beers that they produce. And this one we're drinking right now, the Accumulation, which I have currently poured my 2 beers in 1 cup. So if you're listening to this, maybe grab whatever 2 beers you have, pour it into 1 cup. Let's drink along together. This one right here, it's a white IPA. It's one of their seasonals. It's a winter brew that they do. And the packaging, I'm holding up one of the empty bottles right now. I mean, the packaging is super cool. It's like a trailer covered in ice, which is super cool because if you live in any kind of climate where there's snow right now, you know that sucks, and it probably makes you want to drink a little bit more. And New Belgium Accumulation, just based on the packaging, I feel is a beer for me, because I'm in a location right now. There's a shit ton of snow outside. It's cold as hell right now. So, Accumulation, let's do this. Now, I poured my 2 brews into the glass, and I'm looking at it right now. I haven't tried it yet. Haven't taken a sip. Looking at it right now. It is definitely, it's cloudy. Now, I read on the website you should expect to see the golden color, which obviously, I mean, it's a white IPA. I do see the cloudy haze, though. I mean, it is pretty cloudy. I mean, I'm putting my hand on the other side, and it's definitely hazy in there. So, let's take a sip. Before we do, let's just say, though, this is a 6.2% brew, which I'm very excited about. It has 170 calories per beer. Don't really care. I went to the gym, did my reps this morning. So I'm kidding, by the way. When I say I did my reps, that's just me acting like I'm strong. I'm not actually that strong. Let's take a sip, though, because this beer is calling my name. It's the New Belgium Accumulation on 2 beers, 1 cup. It's a damn fine beer right there. It's a really good beer. It's a little bit bitter, but it's what I'm looking for. You got that sweetness, though. Man, New Belgium really nailed this. Also, I'm going to say this podcast, 2 beers, 1 cup, we're going to keep it kind of short. The other podcast I do, Catching a Buzz with Chow, we do about an hour every single week. It's like more of a talk show. This is kind of a quick hit review / how drunk, I guess, do we end up? I mean, maybe some episodes are longer than others. I don't really I don't really know yet. We'll see how it all turns out. But if you're looking for New Belgium, I mean, they got it made, dude. They got all sorts of different beers. And like I said, if you ever find their sampler pack, you got to look into that because they got the Fat Tire always in there, man. The Fat Tire is such a good beer. Plus, I don't know if you've ever tried Slow Ride. That's a good beer to drink, as well as Ranger IPA, which is it's a really good IPA, very hoppy, but let's drink some more of this accumulation here. Yep. That definitely hits a spot on a cold night. And I know, like, they say drinking doesn't really help with a cold night, but I feel like accumulation, with the way it's packaged up, with the snow on it, with, well, basically the packaging is what I'm saying. Yeah, with the packaging. They really did a good job of making me think this is going to keep me warm at night. Because I feel like if I were outside right now where I'm at, it's really cold. But drinking this outside would not help with that cold, but it's going to make me cope with the cold. And I feel like that's important. And flipping through their site right now, they have a New Belgium beer. Let's click on this. It's called Gluttony. Now, if you're looking for New Belgium online, it's newbelgium.com. They got a really good site, actually. I wonder what happens if you subscribe. We should try that in a minute. But they got this beer. Now, I'm not drinking it right now, so we'll try this on a different 2 beers, 1 cup. But they got beer called Gluttony, which has a skull crossbone theme, which the thing about me is I'm a rocker dude. Love skulls and crossbones, so it's making me want to drink that. Gluttony. Oh, Gluttony is gluten-free beer. So basically, it's I'm not gluten intolerant, so I don't need it. But way to go, New Belgium, for packaging up gluten-free beer in a badass fucking way to where I would click on it and really want to drink it based on the fact it's gluten-free and I don't need to, or gluten-reduced. It's not gluten-free, it's gluten-reduced. I don't need to drink that personally, but goddamn, I want to drink it because it looks awesome and it's still 6%. So see, New Belgium is really reaching out and trying different options and different things and going for different markets that nobody else is clearly going for. New Belgium Gluttony. God damn, now I kind of wish I was gluten intolerant just so I could drink it. Can you drink gluten intolerant reduced beer? Well, you can. That's a stupid question. I just finished the 2 beers, the 2 New Belgium accumulations in 1 cup. I have to say, 6.2%. This New Belgium accumulations, it is a gray packaged white IPA, seasonal beer. It's excellent fucking beer. It is so worth your 2 beers if you're going to pour it into 1 cup. I mean, I'd buy a 6. Well, you should buy a 6er of this. I mean, if they make it in a keg, well, this would be a great Christmas keg if you're going to buy for somebody or like have a really awesome holiday season. It's leaving me kind of burpy at the end, but dude, you got to check out New Belgium Accumulation White IPA. I don't really have a scale for this show. Let's go 1 to 10. Would I drink this again? I'll give it a 10 for sure. It's Accumulation White IPA. And that's what 2 beers, 1 cup is all about. Just drinking random beers, you know? If you have any kind of suggestions and things we should drink, you got to tweet at 2 beers, 1 cup. Make some suggestions. If you have a brewery in mind or, you know, you own a brewery, send us some beer. We'll drink it. We'll test it out. We'll take a growler of beer. We'll pour it into 1 cup. I mean, that's what we'll do. We'll just take some beer, pour it into a cup, talk about it. Any kind of beer is fair game. I mean, one time I did homebrew my own beer, and I should say that. I homebrewed my own beer one time. It looked like beer. I let it sit like beer. I drank a shit ton of it. I drank so much of that beer. I don't think it was getting me drunk. Like, that's why I kept drinking more. Like, I sat there. I just kept drinking more. Like, what is this getting me drunk? I don't really know. Is this getting me drunk? I don't really know. And I don't think it ever did. And that's bad when you don't think it did. Like, right? That's bad. And then I just had the shits for days. So I'm not a home brewer, but if you are, we can 2 beers, 1 cup your beer. That's cool. It's at 2 beers, 1 cup on Twitter. Check it out. Download the podcast. Tell your friends. Suggest beers. I mean, we're all in this together. We all love craft beer. Let's do it. It's at 2 beers, 1 cup. We'll see ya.
Want more 2 beers, 1 cup? Follow us on Twitter at 2 beers, 1 cup and suggest what kind of beers we should review on the show. We figure it's part of our civic duty. Hey, we're here to serve you.
That's it. I'm out.